He's here. And one hand, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Put it back.
Hi, welcome to Silverstone. I'm Oliver Knighton, Race Support and Strategy Engineer at Aston Martin Cognizant Formula 1 team. This weekend we're supporting the Austin race event from Mission Control, and we're going to head over there now to see what's happening. So Mission Control's main role is to support the race team at the circuit. To do that, we take the data that's coming from the cars, all the radio traffic, the intercom traffic, the TV feeds, and all the other data we can get our hands on to help with the analysis of optimising the car and making sure we get the best performance out of it. So the data that we get from Mission Control is analysed, and we've got teams of people here to do that. Within this Mission Control room, we've got strategy, performance, control, tyres, and also support from Mercedes for the gearbox and the engine. With having more people here and with dedicated roles, they can look into more detail to get the best out of the car for the event. It also takes us out of the direct stress of the circuit. It's a much quieter environment and allows much more in-depth analysis. It's now 4:15 in the afternoon and we're just about to have the briefing for FP1, so I'll catch up with you later. Yeah, hi Brad, loud and clear.
Seem to full throttle too quickly, so the aggressive application.
What your priorities are in the session.
So it's 8:30 in the evening in the UK, and we're just having our lunch here to fit in with the Austin time schedule. We've just had a practice session. We gathered a lot of valuable data, we did a lot of performance checks and running, understanding the circuit with the bumps. So over a race event, we have about 250 gig of data transferred. Most of that is in the big bursts when the sessions are live. We get the car telemetry data, the time data, but also a lot of video feeds, the radio and the intercom, and also competitor data on top of that. Sentinel-1 helps keep everything safe and secure and make sure that it's always available as and when we need it. And we also have support from Cognizant and NetApp through the event. So our main communication to the circuit and to the pit wall is through the intercom system. The structure of that is from a lot of conferences which then work their way up to ultimately the race engineer and then to the driver. So the data comes in live. We have telemetry live from the car as it's going round, and then once it's back in the garage we have extra offloads to complete the data sets. That's then made available to all the different groups who can then do their own analysis, which is then combined into reports and then fed back to the circuit with specific recommendations on what we should be doing to the car to help the drivers out and with the general strategy of the event. So as you can probably see behind me, it's now got dark outside. With the time shift, our Friday dinner is going to be at 1:30 and our curfew is 5:30 Saturday morning. So, and we'll catch up with you guys later in the weekend.
Hi, I'm Chris Cronin.
I'm Sebastian's race engineer. We're here in Aston on Saturday morning, just getting ready for qualifying day. Saturday morning for us, basically we come into the track 3 hours before the session. First thing is to catch up on mainly the information that's come from the factory overnight. We've got a lot of guys working there, doing a lot of backup work in terms of analysing all the data, all the competitor work, competitor analysis and things. So we have a load of reports to go through this morning and just make sure that fits in with the setup changes and directions and strategies that we've come up with. So just to explain how we work with the guys back at the factory. So we've obviously got the core group of people at the track, need to be here for communication reasons mainly. But we have a lot of good engineers at the factory. Once the session starts and we're all on radio comms, it's exactly the same being here or there. We're all live in communication, they've got live data. Those guys really try and summarise the total information from all different departments to give us kind of concise reports that we can really understand quickly and make our decisions and actions. And kind of our job as race engineers is to try and filter all that information and get the key parts of it to the driver so that he knows what to concentrate on. And also so that he can free his mind up to drive and not be worrying about too much of the nitty-gritty details. So Saturday here in Aston, as I said, it's a slightly different weekend in terms of an engine penalty, meaning we're going to start from the back of the grid. We still like to qualify ahead of any other cars that have got the same penalties. We'll have flexibility on our strategy, so there'll be a number of simulations that go on overnight to try and make our positions back up in the race and get some points. Okay guys, well I've got to get ready now. The driver will be here in a minute and we'll be going through our bits, so see you later.
Double drapeau jaune dans le deuxième tour. Alors,
I think it will be a hot race tomorrow in the half one, so I believe we have a chance.
Hi, so it's Sunday morning in Texas. We've just come in to the track, having a look at the weather. The weather's definitely a bit damper in the air than we were expecting, so hopefully that can give us a few more opportunities. Obviously we're starting at the back this weekend with the engine penalty. Qualifying yesterday went pretty well to plan. We were hoping to get ahead of the other two guys with the penalties, but not get through to Q3, so that was our plan and that's what we managed to get done. So now really the job is to go through the emails that have come from the factory overnight. We've had the strategy reports, they've done all the simulations. We can work through any questions and queries we've got, and then we have a normal strategy meeting with the drivers. Sebastian's in for the first strategy meeting in about an hour's time. That's generally a reasonably long meeting, trying to fill their minds with all the information they need. And then we do normally a couple of laps to the grid, just to have a little look at the track, get them to feel the high fuel level again, do some practice starts, and then we have a catch up, Sebastian and I on the grid, just with literally the final balance comments, final little flap adjusts, and just reminders of the last key things that he needs to remember. It's time for me now to have a quick catch up with the guys at the factory before we have our meeting, fill them in on the weather that we've seen here, because it might not be clear on the radar, so they don't know about that so much, so we'll give them that information, and then we'll get on with our meeting, so see you later.
golf course we would go to. It's real tight and short, and you can't hit driver anywhere.
Those are the fun courses.
Well, no, not for me.
You're a lot better.
So that's why.
Yeah, but when everyone's laying up, you can just bam.
So like, that's why a Monza for me is like perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, you get the driver in your hand, like open it up. What are you doing? Second race. Abu Dhabi 2011.
Is that the only race in 11 you didn't win?
Yeah, probably could have been.
Okay,
Good luck today. Nice to meet you.
Hi guys, welcome back to Mission Control. It's race day, so let's go get started. So with the time shift, now that we're on the 4th day of it, it's becoming a bit more natural. So we arrived around 2 o'clock, first meeting's at 3, then we go into race briefings, strategy meetings. So whereas the guys at the circuit will be concentrating on getting our own cars to the grid, we'll be concentrating on the bigger picture, following our competitor radio and any TV feeds we can get our hands on, and feeding any information back. We'll also be checking the weather radar if anything's changing there, and hopefully optimising the race as best we can with the current conditions and the latest information. Okay, so it's getting towards time for the Cognizant laps, so we'll catch up with you again after the race. Hi, Chris Sykes, it's Ollie Mission Control, and check. They've removed the sausage curbs from the exit of turn 1, but they have added to the team manager's notes that if you exceed track limits there, that's your 3 strikes and out.
If he's gone crib sheet or what?
But it looks, I'm sure do you mean the one where you're looking?
So just watch Mazepin on your inside. It's Mazepin, the car behind. Boxes lap, Ben, boxes lap.
Copy that, it does feel like a hard-earned 1 point.
No, he said this was the best, and this was a struggle. So this is a struggle on the hard, means for me, him hitting the hard here is not actually...
So for me, I thought, as long as I had those 2
Good
tops
job,
set and I pressed drive brake and over
That's,
top, I could see it.
Yeah, you need to have the lined up both line now as well.
Yeah.
We got a point, I think a couple laps more maybe.
I think we were very fortunate this weekend with the yellow flags yesterday and then getting hit on the first lap today and then having that race?
So, hi guys, that was an eventful race. The two stoppers we'd predicted. Unfortunately for Lance, he got spun round at the first corner and sustained some front wing damage which compromised his race. We chose to optimise the stint lengths with much more balanced tyre lives. So in the end that allowed us to push past both Alfa Romeos in the final stint and claim points. So as always, it's been good working with the guys here. I think they did a good job and we're now looking forward to the next race.